keep 'em out of sight. Yeah. I don't need a guy to shoot you down. I've been told they want me out of town. They don't know what's on in my mind. I just need to keep 'em out of sight. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, you won't put them down. Uh-huh. Yeah. I can get myself satisfied. I don't need a guy to sit you down. I've been told they want me out of town. They don't know what's going on in my mind. I just need to keep 'em out of sight. Now trouble. Oh, mercy on me. Now trouble. Just get a spell away from me. Oh yeah. My house will rock about 4-5 times. Yes, me on my baby's all the left in hand. Now trouble. Please Lord mercy on me. Now trouble. Please Lord mercy on me. Now trouble. Please Lord mercy on me. Day after day, try so hard.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up? So, today it's been a long day. I think my volume is too high. Let's try this. Okay. So, yeah, today I was helping in a kids tournament, and then I was having some hanging out. So I'm a little bit drunk now. I have a coffee here to try to be a person back. Anyway, this is the game analysis, Sunday's game analysis session. So I will be analyzing my game from yesterday. I think I'm gonna do it very fast because I'm really feeling in the mood to play chess and so. But okay, let me go through the game from yesterday. I think it was a very interesting game actually. So I played. I think you can see it somewhere around here. I played against really tough opponent. He made one blunder, 5 mistakes, 7 inaccuracies. I made no blunders, 3 mistakes, like 6 inaccuracies according to the engine analysis. But as you can see from the graphic, this game was all white and I was white, so that's good. Yeah, it was actually it was just a pretty comfortable position out of the opening, and from that point on it was only, you know, putting pressure to my opponent. Anyway, let's go through the game. Let's see what did I do yesterday. As some of you know, this was a very important game for my team, since we were playing Hey Nikolai, what's up? Since we were playing a team that was fighting for the league as we do, and we defeated them in their home place, and part of that victory was because of my victory. So let's see that game. Okay, so I played e4 as it's usual on me, and I didn't prepare specifically for my opponent because I didn't have any games by him. But what I knew from some sources is that he's a very solid guy, very resilient guy. So that was my only knowledge about my opponent prior to the game. So he played c6 as expected. Who's your football team? I'm not a fan of. I'm not a football fan anymore. I was back in a day, but not anymore. So, if any, I'm from a very local team of here, so you would not know. Okay, so he played the Caro-Kann, and I usually play d4 in blitz. I go for the e takes d5 variation, and then bishop d3 as Fischer. In classical chess, I really like to play knight c3 and go for the two knights variation with knight f3 next. And since knight f3 can transpose to that, I decided to go knight f3 because I wasn't sure if he was going to play c6, regular Caro-Kann, or if he was going to go for the Caro-Pirc or anything. And actually he played g6 here. But since I didn't prepare anything, and it's been like years since I have watched the Caro-Pirc, I totally missed my repertoire here. I couldn't remember any theory of the Caro-Pirc, so I tried to play knight c3. I mean, I played knight c3, and I tried to get into a Caro-Kann by transposition, where black plays g6, which are lines that I know. I mean, and yeah, I was lucky that he played d5 here. Because if he plays with d6, bishop g7, and this, okay, I'm not. I wasn't remembering the stuff. Of course, it's a normal position, and I can play on, and probably at some point I will remember. I know how to play. I mean, I need to play d4, but yeah, fortunately he played d5, so I'm back into familiar territory for me. So I played d4. Transposing into it, bishop g7, and now I played a move that I couldn't remember if that was part of my preparation or not when I prepared the two knights versus the Caro-Kann. I played h3. The idea is to basically fight against this bishop here, so the bishop has no useful moves now. I mean, the usual problem for black is where to develop this bishop, and yeah, by controlling these two squares, I'm kind of forcing black to play, either to bury his own bishop, or take on e4 to gain the f5 square. Nikolai says, I think there's a game Tim and Karpi, e4, c6, d4, d5, e5, bishop f5. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the main line of the Caro-Kann. If you play d4 instead of knight f3, you can go for the e5, the advanced variation, bishop f5. That's a totally different variation, I would say. Yeah, I don't play d4. I mean, as I mentioned before, I play d4 in blitz because I tend to go for this variation with bishop d3 and knight f6. Sorry, I think the main line goes knight c3, knight c6, sorry, attacking this guy, so you defend, then knight f6, and then bishop f4. And this is, yeah, very theoretical line, and yeah, I play that a lot in Blitz, but in classical chess I tend to change from one systems to others, you know, not gambling, but since people, I mean, I'm publishing my games, so people know what I play, but people don't know what I prepare. So I try to vary some, a little at least. And yeah, this two knights variation I really like a lot. But I did it in this order: knight f3, he played g6, and then I played d4, and he played d5. No, I didn't play d4, I played knight c3, sorry. And then d5, d4, bishop g7, and as I mentioned, I played h3 to try to kill this bishop. Anyway, Nub Protector is saying, looking for a blah 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 with innocent smile and blah 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 blah, that doesn't care about Ilo. Yeah, I don't care about Ilo, but I think I don't fit in your description anyway. So, okay, so my opponent played d takes e, which is more or less normal. Knight takes e4, of course, and then he played knight f6. Okay, so this is a first important point. I think my move was kind of obvious to me from a human point of view, but Engine wants to take on f6, and I thought, okay, I'm going to play for this space advantage, so I don't want to trade pieces, so I went knight g3. Also, you know, saying you don't want your bishop on f5, right? So you still don't have a good way to develop this bishop over here. That was my point with knight g3. And computer, yeah, prefers to take on f6, maybe for some specific reason that I didn't see and I'm not willing to see now because I'm too drunk and I want to go through the game as fast as I can to go and play something. Anyway, knight g3. So yeah, this was the first critical point. I think my opponent was very critical of his own move here after the game. I think the most natural move is to castle, but he played a very weird move here. He played knight to a6. I can understand that he's trying to do something, you know, maybe prepare c5, maybe hinting at knight b4, but mainly I think, and that's very common of these Caro-Kann systems, to go to c7 and overprotect the d5 square. I think that's the main idea in these knight a6 variations. And of course he's inviting me to take and, you know, ruin his structure, but he gets the bishop pair. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to, you know, I have space advantage. Why would I start making things complicated? And so I played c3, which was a move that I was going to play since the moment he went for the fianchetto. I wanted to have this solid structure over here. And okay, after c3 he finally castled, and I developed with bishop e2. I think the engine is also critical of that, about this move. I think the engine preferred, I cannot remember, something different. Okay, bishop e2, I understand it's a very passive move, but I sort of remembered bishop e2 as a common idea in the Caro-Kann where with g6. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. I'm probably trying to keep this guy defended over here. I can't remember. Anyway, my opponent tried to justify his previous moves and went knight c7, and of course I castled. And yeah, so the outcome of the opening is white has space advantage, and black, it's not a big space advantage. I mean, I don't have a pawn e5 or something like that. I just have this pawn over here, and pawns are not blocking each other, so still the position is dynamic and can be opened, but I have a huge control over the e5 square, so I have some space advantage. And on the other hand, I think what's more important probably in this position is his bishop on c8 has no good squares. I'm controlling g4, I'm controlling f5. If bishop f5 gets appears in the game, I think I will take it, gaining, you know, structural advantage and bishop pair. So yeah, it starts to be uncomfortable for black, and I think this game was all about being comfortable. Actually, I think my opponent held very well. He played very well. He had, you know, he was fighting all the game, but he was under pressure for the whole game in a very uncomfortable position, and that was what decided the game, I think. Anyway, here he made a very, you know, a move that you don't want to play as black here. He played e6, and yeah, he played sort of a natural move from a developing point of view. Well, maybe not developing, but from structural point of view, that's a move that you want to include. The problem is you usually want to include it when you are not killing your own bishop. Yeah, the engine best suggestion is knight to e6, and that's not a very human move. That also implies that the position is not very comfortable for black. Anyway, my opponent played e6, and that already says something about this bishop. And yeah, I just kept developing. Why not? Rook e1, rook e8 was played. And now that this bishop has no more use here on e2, I put it on c4, protecting against, I think, what's Main's black idea to break on e5. And also preparing knight e5. Hey, no joke, what's up? So, in this position my opponent went knight c to d5, trying to justify his previous moves, and I said, okay, well, let's go to e5. That's a move that's always there, both in the Scandinavian and the Caro-Kann. This is a very common move, and I said, okay, be careful, you played rook e8, what you have to be some, you know, you have to have some care about the f7 pawn. No Joke says, did you see that your famous countryman was streaming? I guess I guess you mean Paco Vallejo. I saw a notification that he was streaming, but I didn't see the stream. If you mean him, and yeah, we'll have a look at that. I hope there's the video. Yeah, Paco, I follow him a lot on Lichess. I follow his games, but yeah, by the time I got the notification, I was having some beers in the bar, so it was kind of difficult to it was difficult for me to follow the stream. And yeah, I got back home and I decided to do my own stream anyway. Hey, Jorion Ray, what's up? I've been drinking beer the whole day. I'm kinda drunk, and I'm having a cup of coffee to bring me back to being a person. And And yes, I'm analyzing my game from yesterday. I think that's my best victory this year, but I'm kind of going through the game very fast because I feel in the mood to play. So I want to, yeah, I want to get this out of the way. So I play 95, very normal move, and of course I knew he was going to play 97 because black is in the mood to trade pieces because he's kind of not on the back foot, but at least lacking some space. So 97 is a normal move, and here I did my intended knight g4, and my idea is to go to h6. And here I think it's the first time in the game I thought I had an advantage because I'm playing against a guy that the only thing I know about him is he's very solid. All the all the people I know that told me about him, they told the same. He's very solid. So here, in this moment, he felt he had to play f5, and he played f5. And yeah, the moment Mr. Solid Guy plays f5, I said, okay, now I got something. Now he's weakening his king, and he's gonna be weak for the rest of the game. So instead of going for my intended knight h6, I decided, okay, let's keep the tension, let's keep putting pressure on him, and I played knight h2, which is a mistake from an objective point of view, but I think from a competitive point of view, it was a very good decision. By the way, Dragon Mate Seat is now hosting for 10 viewers. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the host. Yeah, so my intention was knight h6. King has to go to, well, he can trade, but of course this is going to be, terrible for the rest of the game. So he has to go here, and my intention was to go here, and I was trying to calculate this, and yeah, it feels great. The engine says, oh, this is huge, this is good for white, but yeah, somehow I got satisfied with, having forced him to play f5. It was fair enough to me. I didn't want more than that, and I played knight h2. Actually, in the first board, because we were playing in board number 2. In board number 1, my teammate Javi was playing against a grandmaster David Lariño, and his opponent, the grandmaster, made a similar move to this, keeping the tension. Knight, he made a knight move going backwards, and I said, I like that. Actually, my opponent was starting to be short on time. By this point, I have 51 minutes left in my clock, and he has 23 minutes left. And I said, okay, let's keep the tension, let's keep all the pieces on the board, and you already have some weaknesses after f5, so let's keep tension. What's a good first book to read? About what? The Bible. Shakespeare, maybe. Yeah, Dickens, I would say. I like Dickens. Okay, so knight h2, the problem of knight h2 is it's really slow. I mean, I want to go to f3 and already, control these squares over here, but of course it's a slow move, and my opponent very fast goes for an initiative on the queen side with knight 76, and after bishop b3 he goes a5. Good call by him. And yeah, I was thinking for a while, a4 is an idea, a3 as well, and also just do nothing, and after a4 I will go bishop c2, so I have time to go like knight f3, and after a4 bishop c2, something like that. But I decided I want my bishop here. I don't see a future on c2, not yet, so I decided to play a3. And the idea is at some point I want to play c4, because this is a common idea in this type of positions, to play c4, c5. So I want to control the b4 square. That's why I didn't play a4. So a3, and here my opponent did a... I mean, it's not a losing move, but it's a move that doesn't make any sense, I think. And yeah, it was a pity that we didn't analyze in depth after the game, because I really would love to understand what did he think to come up with a move like this. Yeah, I don't like this move at all. This move that he made here. I would expect Queen c7 or something like that, some developing move. I mean, some progress move. But he played King to h8, and I guessed his idea is to step out of this diagonal to be able to prepare e5, but I'm not sure if he has to lose this tempo to do that. I think he can try to play e5 anyway with the king on g8. Anyway, after king h8, of course I have time to go and fix my knight's position, and so I did it. And Jason Pierre Sweeney has followed. Thank you, buddy. I hope you like the stream. So after knight f3, my opponent played queen c7, which is a normal move, but by this point he's already 10 minutes on the clock. I have 45, and now I went for my... Hey Dragon Mate Sita, thank you for the host, buddy. So now I played the c4 idea. I'm not sure if there was something better to try to increase the pressure. I mean, my opponent has this problem on c8, also on a8, of course, because of the same, yeah. And but I also have kind of the same problem. I mean, my bishop has some square, but not so active. So I decided to go for the immediate action. Of course, I calculated a lot in this game, but I don't want to bore you with variants. c4, knight f6, and then a move that the engine does not approve, but I think it's very typical in this type of position, c5. And the idea is, okay, I calculated something about d5, the idea being this rook might hang at some point, but of course as long as the knight is on f6 it does not. So for example, it would make sense on the line with knight f4. This would make sense, because something like this, I can do this, and I can even do this. and this was very funny, because after this is only move, and I have this beautiful end, and yeah, I calculated some lines like this, but yeah, in the game knight f6 was played, defending the rook, so most of those tricks do not work. And anyway, I wanted to go for the position on c5, and the idea is, okay, you get this square, yeah, but I get this squares over here, the dark squares, and I will use them. So of course knight d5, and I thought, I didn't check with the engine, but I thought knight d7 was an alternative to protect against my knight my knight e5 idea. But okay, he went to d5, makes sense, and I went to e5. And my idea is to, if I'm able to, I want to put my knight on d6. That's my whole idea. And of course he has one move to try to prevent it, and he does it, b6, trying to undermine my center. And here my idea was to play knight c4 anyway, but yeah, the engine doesn't approve this because of a4 or stuff like that. Anyway, I didn't want to take on b6, but then I thought, oh, But if I take on b6, he has to take with the queen. Then I have knight f7, knight e6. So I did it. Why? Why does he have to take with the queen? Because if he takes with the knight, then this is way too dangerous for him. Still playable, but now finally my bishop works, and after some queen b7, it's my turn. I can do stuff, I can, you know, develop normally all my pieces, put a lot of pressure, because bishop f4, of course, threatens, threatens knight takes g6 in all ways. I mean, the queen cannot be on c7. So yeah, I think he has to take with the queen, and he did it. And if the queen takes b6, yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. I mean, I can do this check and here immediately and then take the bishop, and I have the bishop pair. That's good enough. His structure is bad, and that was one idea of taking on b6, is this structure over here. I have something to play for, and to put, you know, more pressure. So I can already win the bishop pair, but I decided it was more interesting to, you know, put some pressure on c6 as well. The problem with something like queen c2, for example, is that my pawn on d4 hangs, and yeah, of course, when I took on b6, a problem is that this pawn is isolated now, so I have to, you know, to do immediate action, because in the long run this is weak, but this is also weak. So anyway, for some reason I played bishop a4 and, and the idea is he has to defend it, and then I do this, which I did, and the rook has to go to e7, because if he goes somewhere else, e6 falls after knight takes b7, so rook e7 only move takes, and now he has to take with the queen, because, and again, the pawn e6 is threatened. And now that the queen is no longer attacking d4, I have queen c2. And then after rook c8, obvious, you know, normal move, I play bishop d2. So that was my whole plan, and I did it. So this was the game. My opponent found a very interesting move. The engine prefers queen b6, but he found this knight b6 idea, which is interesting because it's not easy for me to try and grab a pawn. For example, I cannot do this. Well, I think I cannot. I didn't even consider it, I think. I even considered that he has, oops, that he has some rook a8 ideas, and I might be in trouble, although maybe b4 is a move, and then my pawn, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want any of that. So yeah, here I tried to keep my bishop pair, and yeah, the only problem with bishop b3, which attacks this and this, is the move that he played, and I anticipated, which was knight from f to d5, defending this. This is no longer attacked, and attacking this. Yeah. So now if I take on a5, he takes on d4. But my point was that I have this move, winning a tempo over here, and then I bring my rook to defend the d4 pawn. So that's how the game went on. Now only move rook, you know, move the rook and keep this defended. So rook e to e8 only move, and then rook a d1 defending my pawn. I have rook drunk pieces today. Yeah, my opponent played h6. Maybe this is not the finest move, I think. The position still sort of equal-ish slight advantage for white. Bishop pair, space, But I have a question. To Hoopster says, when you analyze your own games and your moves disagree with the computer, do you try to memorize the computer's suggestion? Not at all. I try to understand it, and if I understand it, that's enough for me. But memorize, no. I try to understand the diversion, the difference, why the computer says this is better. So maybe I go deep in the line and see what's that. It's usually because of a tactical reason that I didn't see, so I'm not worried about that. Actually, I'm very proud of this game, for example, and this game, like in 8 or 10 moves, the computer disagrees with me, but I'm very proud of this game because I was very practical. I think that's it makes me feel more closer to a grandmaster's play, to be a practical player and than be perfect in tactics. So I give credit to the computer, but I'm not hoping to play like a computer. So when we disagree, I just try to understand why, and if it's because of a tactical reason, I try to understand it, to see what did I miss, and that's it. But memorize, no. I think memory in chess only applies to openings and endgames. And in both of them, Engine's suggestions are maybe not the best. Anyway, let's go back to the game. He played h6, and as I was saying, it's probably not the finest move. He's, weakening more his king. Probably he doesn't like my control of the d8 square. He probably wants a rook there at some point. I don't know. I can't remember if whether I expected h6 or not, but after h6 I took no time. I played immediately bishop to c1. Okay, probably not the best move anyway. And after queen c7 I played bishop d2, and here I took time to play bishop d2. So after queen c7 I decided this is a tough decision to make. Sometimes you do this in a classical chess game. I think I don't do this in Blitz. I think it never happens to me in Blitz. But in classical chess, where you have time to analyze, sometimes you put a piece in some square, and the next move you say, okay, I was wrong, let's put it in a better square. And yes, Colombo is saying, why c1, isn't it bad to move back to the home row? Yes, it is. But on the other hand, I don't want to put it here. I cannot put it here because of this. Actually, yeah, now I remember what did I expect. I remember what did I expect. Instead of h6, I expected f4 to try and trap my bishop. But for some reason the computer... yeah, knight e4 was my idea with this, to save my bishop. And at least this is complicated. At least this is messy for me. I expected that. But he played h6 first, so yeah, I have to go back either here or here. And what I didn't like about this is, of course, he takes this pawn. I didn't like that. And yes, then I can take this or this, but somehow I didn't like it at that point. And as I mentioned, I didn't spend any time to play that move. And the next move after queen c7, I decided, okay, I want you to take my d4 pawn, because I want to take... I actually wanted to take on h6 better than a5. So after bishop d2, my opponent miscalculated. And I have to say that at this point I have 21 minutes left in my clock and he has 1 minute left, just 1 minute left. And I think that's what decided the game. He was in time travel from this move, which is number 33, to until the end of the game, which was move 65. So he was in heavy time pressure for more than 30 moves, and I think that's what made him finally collapse, because here he can still survive. But okay, he miscalculated here something. He played a4. He made 30 moves in 1 minute. No, we have 30 seconds per move of increment. "30 seconds each move." Still very short time to play the rest of the game, and he played very well. I mean, I think I wouldn't do it that great in that heavy time pressure. I'm not very good when I'm in time pressure. So he took on he played a4, giving up this pawn with miscalculation. And after bishop takes a4, I thought he took on d4, and I thought after bishop takes h6, which I did, I thought his idea was to take on g3. I thought that. I mean, that was the only reason I could understand to see him taking on playing a4. I mean, and taking on d4 next. But of course here rook takes d4 is totally fine for white, but not. His idea was that after knight takes a4, which he did, he thought that I was going to take the knight, and then this is totally fine for him, and it is. But of course here I take the bishop, and now the knight has to go back, and I'm a pawn up, and I removed his dark square bishop. So now this is more or less game over. He went back, and yeah, position is totally great for white now. Pawn up, better pieces, space, passed pawn, everything's fine. Still, he complicated a lot from here on, but yeah, I managed to convert anyway. I'm not Jesus, Floyd. I'm not Jesus. Jeez, how many times do I have to tell you? Is it fun to play Leaf? Yes. It's too much fun. And in a team competition, it's even funnier. So, where are we? Rook takes d4, knight a b6, knight f1. Yeah! So I thought for 5 minutes here, and I'm very sure that many moves are great. I thought bishop g5 was great, I thought rook h4 was interesting, and I thought any queen move was right. But the main things I was calculating is what's black's idea. I mean, he has very few time, so I focused on his ideas. And his idea, of course, is to push this pawn, c5, c4, and I thought that whenever he pushes to c5, I either wanted to go to h4 or to d1. But not, for example, to d3, where he can still push with time, with tempo and so. And yeah, I played knight f1 because, well, for one, this knight is doing nothing here. Sorry. This knight cannot go there, so I either go here or here. And yeah, since my rook is not stable on d4 defending f4 and probably goes back, I think knight e2 cannot trade knights on f4. So I played knight f1 just to try to trade knights on e3. How dare I to go home? I mean, it from a practical point of view, I think this is a great move. The computer says, "You're crazy, man. You had +2. You are now only in +1.3." But from a human practical point of view, knight f1 is very nasty move because it's more complicated for black to calculate, and he has 1 minute left on the clock. And yeah, of course, I have the idea to trade knights, but also this is less tension by removing a piece that was, up there. Anyway, my opponent played the normal c5, and I went all the way back to d1. And he played queen to h7, threatening my bishop. And I said, okay, time to trade pieces. Please take my bishop. Because, yeah, my bishop is actually not as great as it seems. I would love to put it on this diagonal over here and have a lot of pressure for the rest of the game, but I didn't find the way. I took some time. I took like 5 minutes here, well, in the previous move, trying to find a good way to put this bishop on this diagonal, but it's not there's no, I mean, I didn't find an easy way. So I said, okay, take my bishop, please. And he went back, repeating. I said, okay, you don't take my bishop, let's save it, but now on a better square. So I kind of transposed to the best position that the engine said for my bishop. Anyway, he kept pushing his pawn, and that's a very good move, actually. I think c3 is a good plan, because then I will still have a pawn up, but it's going to be the a pawn, not an easy one to convert. Well, you, Hoopster, I think you asked for a book, not for a chess book, so that's why No Joke suggested the Bible and Shakespeare, and I mentioned Dickens. But if if you talk about a chess book, there's plenty of them. It pretty much depends on your taste, I think. If you go for opening books, which are, the most, I don't know, I have a lot of them. It's hard to suggest only one book. Yeah, Colombo, that's true. I also recommended Dickens. I have to say that. Anyway, after c4, I went for the trades, of course, because, why not? I have the advantage. I have the upper hand. And yeah, maybe it's the time. This is more I mean, this is a little bit out of the game analysis, but maybe I have to put some context into this game, because, as you know, this is a team competition. We're 4 boards. In board number 1, my teammate Javi was already defeated by Grandmaster David Larino, which was an unexpected result, because, he played against a very strong opponent. In board number 3, I had a teammate that was, hey Valorica, thank you for the follow. Yeah, my teammate in board number 3 didn't get to the game in his best conditions. Let's say he had a very, very good night the night before. So he offered a draw in the beginning of the game, got rejected, and finally managed to win his game. But yeah, it was more or less around this point of my game, I think. but in board number 4 we were totally lost. So yeah, I felt I had to play for the win, but without risking to lose. So yeah, that was very complicated situation for me anyway. My opponent, with the pressure of the time, he went for the trade. I think it's a good choice by him, and of course 95 next. Well, I think drunk is not the word in English. I think you use the word hangover. Is that the word? Hangover? I think hangover is the word. Hangover. Yeah, hangover is the word. Yeah, that was the word. And yeah, he was not in the best conditions. He offered a draw in the first move, and his opponent wanted to take the draw, but he consulted his captain, and the captain said, "What? A draw offer in the first move? No way! Reject it." So he rejected it, and after some moves, he managed to go into very decent position. And at some point, he came to me because I'm the captain of my team, and he said, "My opponent is offering me a draw, but but I have the advantage," and and he rejected the draw before. So, and our board number 4 is losing, so I will keep playing. And I said, okay, keep playing. And then he won. So yeah, I don't like either. Yeah, I think it's very painful. Actually, he didn't want to play, and in the final, in the end game, well, in the final steps of his game, he had like a checkmate in 3 moves, and it took like 20 minutes for him to see it. Like, okay, he did his best, and he finally found it, but it was very painful for him to play like that. And yeah, we were lucky in that board. Anyway, situation wasn't very happy for our team because of those things. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit of pressure to win here. So after 95, what did I play? Okay, I decided to play bishop d4. Finally got into this diagonal, so I'm totally forcing e5. There's no way my bishop can can be kept alive in this diagonal, so he played e5, and my idea was to play bishop c3 here. But once we reached this point, I said, okay, what about bishop e3? And I went for bishop e3. Then after the game, we both were very critical of this. We both thought bishop c3 was better, but the engine prefers bishop e3, so I don't know, maybe I saw something that I can't remember. Yeah, my idea was, well, of course, any bishop move by me attacks this knight, so even bishop a7 was a move, but yeah, why doing that? And the idea of bishop e3 is, if he takes it, then I have my rook. My rook has access to c3, and I wanted that. And if he plays c3, which I was like the critical idea against bishop e3, then I had... No, this was not the position. Oh yes, this was. What did I have here? Oh, I can take the knight. Sorry. Yeah, after rook defends the knight, if he ever tries this, I have bishop g5. Or I have bishop g5 here immediately. Yeah, that was type of... Yeah, take the knight, Colombo, you are right. Yeah, I was missing some stuff. Now, I mean, not in the game. Yeah, so after e5 I went bishop e3 with the idea that if he doesn't take it and he tries to defend the knight, then I go bishop g5 and he no longer takes my bishop. So I'm kind of maneuvering with my bishop back and forth. It's not the greatest bishop ever, but if he doesn't take... I mean, I want him to take it under my terms, which are having a rook on the third rank, and if he doesn't take it, then I will keep putting my bishop in good squares. Anyway, at this point, he took it, but not immediately. He played first rook c d8, defending the knight. And now I could go bishop g5, but I prefer to attack the pawn that he immediately undefended. Why do you want a rook on c3? Because if you see black's pawn structure, all pawns, basically all pawns are weak, but the main weakness is this pawn here over c4 square. It cannot be defended by any pawns, so it's very weak. So I want to attack that pawn with every piece. So the ideal situation is to have a rook on c1 and a rook on c3. That's how I can attack that pawn the most. Also, my rook on the third rank can access to the g3 square and attack the other weakest pawn in the position, which is the g6 one, which is very hard to defend with other pawns as well. So that's why I want a rook on e3 and on c3, especially to attack the c4 pawn. So he went rook c d8 and defending a little this pawn, so I went rook dc1 attacking. And yeah, this was here probably... I mean, the engine evaluation doesn't change a lot, but I think I would play rook back to c8 if I was black here, but he took my bishop finally. Yeah, I would probably try to sort of repeat, but he took it, and now I'm happy because I have the access to the c3 square. But he had an idea in mind, and that was a very interesting idea because he went active. He played rook d4, and the idea is rook c3, rook c8, and I played b3. This was the game. And now he cannot take it because he loses the queen after this check. More than 60 moves seems ridiculously large. Is that normal? Well, I think it depends a little on the type of endgame you get. If you get a rook and pawn endgame, it's very usual that you have a lot of moves in the endgame, or queen and pawn endgames, or it depends. Yeah, sometimes you get that. I think my longest game was like 100 moves or so, maybe more, but maybe not as tough and deep like this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this game was so long, but it was long because my opponent put put very strong resistance. So here, of course, he cannot take here. So he played queen d6, very good move, going for active plans himself. He has to play, I mean, he's a pawn down, he has the weakest king. He's gonna lose a second pawn here, so he has to be very active and go for the immediate counterplay. Yeah, if you have queens, and yeah, those sort of endgames with a lot of checks, and you know, you play like, especially I think the rook and pawn endgames, where you play like 15 moves just to get to push a pawn one square, and then another 15 moves to be able to push it another square, and so and so on. Yeah, they can go up to more than 80 or 90 moves. So my opponent goes active, threatening basically these two ideas, and yeah. Okay, Colombo. So here my teammate Javi, that as I mentioned, he already lost some time ago. He had lost some time ago against Grandmaster David Lariño in board number 1. He was watching the game, and after the game he was very critical of my decision here. He said, "Didn't you win immediately with rook takes c4?" And I said, "Yeah, maybe, but I just wanted to keep the pressure, take the second pawn." So yeah, of course rook takes c4 wins, because after takes, if he tries to grab this is really desperate for black now. But I said, okay, if I can take the pawn and defend the other pawn, why wouldn't I? I mean, I'm 2 pawns up now. And of course, I had prepared a defense against rook d2, which was the obvious move. My defense was bad, but my opponent didn't find the way. I didn't either, otherwise I wouldn't go for this. I thought queen b3 was great here, because I thought the obvious queen c5 was bad, and I was right. The problem is we both missed, and my opponent played queen c5, of course. You know, what can be better than blocking the pawn that is threatening this check, and also attacking f2. That was like an obvious move to do. But after the game, the computer says, "Oh man, queen b3 is such a bad move. Rook b8, and black has equalized." Wow. Well, more or less equalized. This is like slight advantage for white, but yeah, this is complicated to see over the board. And the point is, after, for example, this check, takes, some trades happen, and this rook takes on d6, and now this is not so easy to convert the a pawn. So yeah, for example, king f1, rook d2, let's say rook c5, e4, a4. At some point this rook goes behind, and even, yeah, I can try to convert this, but yeah, it's not so easy anymore. And yeah, rook b8, very hard move to see. Very hard move to see, because of course, because of this check and because of the previous move by black, the critical line that we both considered was queen c5. And yeah, I thought I had a good bunch of defenses against this, and I really do. So yeah, after the game it's funny to see this with the engine, because yeah, rook b8, what a move. But yeah, I don't know, I think I wouldn't see that with, I didn't see it with white. I think I wouldn't see it with black either, this rook b8 idea, because queen c5 is so obvious. Anyway, here I have a choice between rook e3, rook f3, or rook f1, because queen f2 is the threat, and I decided to go rook to e3, which is not bad. The idea being that if he attacks my rook, this is a mandatory move now to protect f2, and now he cannot push this because f4 would fall. So that was sort of my idea. Another idea is that I want to play queen c3, so that's why I didn't play rook f1, which was like safest. Rook f1 is the safest. And a third idea is that he might be tempted to take on f2, to take on f2, to then play f4, and that's bad for him. That was like a third idea. Like, I mean, I played rook e3 because I thought that was best from my choices, but I didn't want to play for tricks, but he took on f2, and I think that's a very bad move. As I mentioned before, he was very short on time. He has 30 seconds on the clock, 34 after rook takes f2. Yeah, rook takes f2 is a blunder. He has to play e4 to prepare f4, and so Colombo says, if you did rook f3, would he bring down the g pawn? Yeah, that was another option. After rook f3, well, maybe you mean in this line. I played rook e3, and after f4, rook f3, he can try this to play e4. I mean, defend this to play e4. We were watching this after the game, and the problem is this is a little bit slow. This is a little bit slow, and the king is still weaker. So first of all, I can play queen b4 at any time, because, you know, I'm 2 pawns up, so trading queens should be great. But I can also consider this type of ideas. Prevent e4, and also threaten queen g6, and so yeah, g5 is a little bit slow. I think it was more interesting for him to play e4, because let's say I would probably play queen b4, but let's say I don't do it. Let's say I play a stupid move, like a4, then this is too dangerous for me now, because f2 is behind my rook. So yeah, e4 has a big threat of going f4, and I need to do something against it. Probably queen c3 is okay. Queen b4 I think is okay also. So still not the end of the world for white. But what he did was losing on the spot, because I'm gonna be 2 pawns up with nothing in return. So he did this, and yeah, after the game he said he missed king e2. I don't know what did he think that I would do here instead of king e2. King e2 is the obvious move, but okay, he said he missed this one. And now, of course, he will not take with the queen, because then it's game over. So he took with the pawn. He cannot allow to trade queens, and I took it, of course. So I'm 2 pawns up. He cannot, I'm 2 pawns up in an endgame where he cannot trade queens. He cannot allow to trade stuff, and his king is weaker than mine. Here he played queen c6 with some ideas, keeping the the game on, keeping him alive for some moves. And here I think I did the best. I mean, maybe the engine prefers to have an active king here, but I said to myself, I have 2 passers, they're both defended. I'm gonna go to safety with my king. Why is his king weaker than yours? Than mine? Because he has no pawns, like here. He has no shelter. The only shelter he can find is one single pawn on g6, just going up. My king has this structure over here, and my plan is to go here. And that's what I did, by the way. And when there's still major pieces on the board and a lot of pawns are missing, there's a lot of diagonals and rows to attack, his king is very exposed. His king is really exposed, while my king can hide. Yeah, not so future actually, because here I played immediately king f2, and I'm going there. So he played rook f2 check, rook f8 check, sorry, and I went to g1, and he has no more checks, and it's gonna be hard for him to do checks. So here he played e4, which is a good move, although he's lost, and I played a good move myself. I played queen d4. Okay, now the engine wants to defend with rook e8, and it says plus 2.3, you know, two healthy extra pawns. But he went queen a4, attacking this guy over here, trying to trade e4 for a3. And here I played a funny move, because yeah, I was playing fast. I have to admit, at this point I had 7 minutes on my clock and he has still 32 seconds. Why is queen d4 good? Yeah, queen d4 is good because the queen is great on a central square. It's threatening to trade queens with queen d5 check, and the only way for him to prevent it is to move the queen, because the king cannot move to a place, well, maybe king h7, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because of the central square, I'm just controlling more squares over here that I was controlling here back on e3. So yeah, it coordinates very well. It also prevents doubling him on the f-file, which is an idea he might have. So yeah, I have a lot of chances to trade queens now that I didn't have before, and yeah, keeping control over this pawn that cannot advance. Yeah, the queen is awesome on d4 on a central square. Queens want to go to central squares as long as they cannot be attacked very easily. So in the opening you don't want a queen there because it can get attacked, because there's a lot of pawns and pieces over the board. But in an endgame you definitely want a queen there. If after queen a4 that he played, if I ever coordinate my rook with my queen, that can be very dangerous for him. Anyway, here I played a funny move. I played rook c3, and my idea is I have this under control, I have these two squares under control, so your queen is doing nothing on a4. I have this defended, I have this defended, I have ideas to go to g3 and attack and crush you. Then, only after the game, because I played this move so fast, only after the game I realized I can really take on e4, and if he takes here I have queen takes g6 check, and this is game over. But yeah, because it's check, so I take 2 pawns, I will be 3 pawns up. But yeah, I didn't even consider that. I just went for rook c3, and he played queen e8 here, defending the pawn, and maybe going to double here. And I said, okay, you try that, because if you play queen f7 I can trade queens. I ping your queen, so I pushed my pawn. So yeah, now it comes a sequence of moves where I said, can I push the pawn? If so, I will do it. So that was the first one. He played queen e7 now. Queen e7, yeah, what a move. So yeah, I didn't quite understand his idea. So I said, can I push the pawn? Yes, okay, let's push it. And he played queen to h4. And yeah, I realized he was trying to get some sort of perpetual check. And he's keeping this pawn defended somehow for from all the squares the queen moves to. Yeah, and here I was thinking for a while ways to prevent the perpet, maybe queen here, maybe rook here, and then I said, okay, what perpet? I mean, queen e1 check, king h2, and he has no more checks, so again, can I push the pawn? Yes, okay, so I pushed it. I pushed the pawn. Queen e1 check was played. I thought he was going to play rook c8, I think, because the queen's still controlling d8, so I don't have queen d8 check after rook c8, so I thought he was going to play rook c8. And I don't have this because the queen is there. But he went here, check, king h2, he has no more checks, and now after rook c8 I have queen d8 check. So he played queen to f1, and the idea is to play queen f4. And this is the first moment I didn't think like the previous ones, but I could push the pawn. And then after the game my teammate Javi said, why didn't you promote here? I could promote, because after the check I have, of course if I go back he has perpetual, but after g3 he has no more checks because my queen is defending f2. Isn't queen d8 a good move here? I think queen d8 might be a bad move actually. Queen d8 here, then he might have a perpet because, or maybe not. If I go back he repeats, right? If I go g3 he has the perpetual already. So my only chance not to be my only chance is rook g3. So, interesting. Maybe queen d8 still wins, but maybe it's not so easy anymore. For example, here I would play with black probably queen f5, and the pawn cannot promote. And yeah, I don't know. Let's say, for example, what does white do? If I go back here, he can repeat with check, or he can even try queen c8. So yeah, maybe queen d8 is not a good move in that position. And of course after queen c8 the idea is to take with the rook on d8, so white has to move the queen out, because any trade, well, maybe this wins. I mean, I think white should be winning here anyway. That's true, but not as easy as in the game. Yeah, that should win. You cannot do this because you take with the king. But yeah, this should win for white. Well, still, you have to be precise. You have to go king g3, because like if you go here, then maybe it's not so easy with e3, and maybe it's a draw. Ah no, the king is close enough. Yeah. No, I'm saying nuts. But okay, it's complicated. Queen d8. Anyway, I could promote. I didn't do it. And then after the check, I have g3, and my queen is defending f2, so he has no more checks. But I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that, because at this position I said, what's his threat? His threat is queen takes queen f4 check. Okay, let's grab another pawn, and he doesn't have queen f4 check. So I took the pawn. And here I thought, okay, now he's gonna resign. It's 3 pawns. He has no checks. But he's a very resilient guy. And with 1 second left in the clock, because I have annotated 31 seconds, so this is 1 second plus 30. With 1 second left, he played queen to a6, defending the promotion and threatening a check. Just one check. And here for one moment I was considering to promote with the idea that after takes, I'm gonna be 3 pawns up. I should win, but I was trying to calculate a forced way to trade queens here and I didn't find one. My idea is, well, if he goes to the corner, then I trade queens. Obvious. So he has to go here, and I thought check, and he has to go back to g8, because if this, I can trade queens. So he has to go here, and I was trying to find a way to check him on g4, but I didn't find any, because here he goes, yeah, he has 2 choices here, so it was tough to calculate. And then after the check, let's say he goes here. I mean, I have the feeling I should have a forced way to trade queens, but I didn't find one. So I said, okay, let's forget about all of that. Let's check him first here with this idea or this idea. Both of them are great. And actually, after king g7, queen d7 check, he resigned. Because of course I'm threatening to promote next move, I'm still controlling the check. He can try to avoid that with king here, but I think I can go here. And now the difference with the other line, well, I'm defending still the check. Another difference with the other line we were seeing is that now I can take the rook here. I can take the queen and probably win, but if I take the rook that is no longer defended by the king, now he has to take with the queen, and this is of course game over. I can promote to a rook even. So yeah, I think that's game over. You saw that many moves in the future on trading queens at g4. You saw that many moves in the future on trading queens at g4. Yeah, because when you are in positions like this, you see patterns. I think you see where the pieces are, and it's not about a specific calculation. It's not that I calculated every line leading to that. It's that I see the idea that after c8 he's gonna have the queen on c8, I'm gonna check on g6, he's gonna have the king on f8, so I'm trying to find a forced sequence of checks, and I want to trade queens, so I want a check on g4 because his queen is on c8. It's not so hard, I think, to see that once you're in this position. Yeah, anyway, he resigned here. If he hadn't resigned, this position according to the engine is plus 56.6. He could try this with the idea that nah, that's a stupid move, but I considered it during the game and I thought check and then promote. So yeah, if he doesn't threaten my queen, he has to move the king, and then I just promote. Yeah, it's gonna be mate actually very soon. I think the engine would I don't know why the engine is saying plus 56. I think it should say like mating 12 or something. Anyway, that was my game from yesterday. I enjoyed it. It was very tough for black. Yeah, from this moment, especially from knight f6, knight g3, where this bishop was a little bit killed, I think it started to be very, very uncomfortable for him. And yeah, knight a6 and e6 were very, very hard moves to do for black. And yeah, the rest of the game I didn't do anything special. I was just putting pressure, and he eventually got into huge time trouble and collapsed. So yeah, I'm happy for the result. and happy for the game. I didn't have any major mistakes. What was the very... Colombo says, what was the very end? We didn't see it. The very end was that he resigned after queen d7 check. Here. Yeah, he resigned after queen d7 check. Because I'm going to promote next move. Even if he plays rook f7, I can promote. So yeah, I can. If this was not this was an over the board game, but if it wasn't, I can pre-move pawn to c8. Next move. Yeah, but anyway, of course, this is totally lost from some moves ago. I'm 3 pawns up. I had better moves here. For example, instead of queen d5, I have this that is totally winning. You know, I had better moves that I didn't find the most precise ones. Actually, after the game, my opponent said to me, you had better moves, you didn't play the best. And I said, okay, well, I didn't seek for perfection. I just wanted to win the game. If it was just your queen left and a few starting pawns, how would you do checkmate with king, or would you take the time to bring a pawn across the whole board? If it was just your queen left and a few starting pawns and no material for my opponent? Like you mean a totally winning endgame of pawns and queen versus naked king? I would do it with the queen. No material for black. I think the fastest should be just bring the king and checkmate with the queen. But sometimes, depending on the position of the pawns, sometimes just promoting a second queen is faster. For example, let's say, let's get to that type of position. Let's do some very stupid moves. Let's say he defends here. Let's say it's hard. For example, in this position, I would probably get my king closer, but I have the second option of promoting this guy. If I promote this guy, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 moves to get a queen, plus probably 3 or 4 moves to checkmate. But when you are so winning, it's not important to seek for perfection. I mean, somehow I have the engine turned on here, and the engine says it's checkmate in 10, this position. And it gets the king closer. Well, actually, the engine, I'm seeing the line for that the engine gives, and it does queen g5, h4, eventually takes on g6, and then it promotes the h pawn. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Everything wins. In a position where everything wins, it's not important what do you do. In a position where not everything wins, it's more important. Anyway, this stream was about game analysis and chill, and I really want to have some chill. So there's no proper way to do it over the board either. Yeah, I mean you can do it It also depends on your mood, on your clock, on the tournament situation. I mean, sometimes I'm so winning that I take the time to look for the perfection and the best mate, but you don't have to, especially if you play for a team. You want to be sure that when you are winning, you are really winning. So you look for the simplest way to win, and that's it. Not the most accurate. Anyway, I want to chill. I want to have some fun. So I will play something, some variants or some tournament or something. I'm gonna do a very small break to go and grab a drink, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm up for games, up for tournaments, up for everything. You let me know in the chat if you want to play something or challenge me, or if you want a tournament, a Berlin tournament, a Halloween Gambit tournament, everything. I'm up for everything today. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. No more analysis. No more. Let's bring here this, this, this. I'm not sure if I'm showing the proper stuff here. Let's play a game to see. Let's play one game and see if I'm showing the clocks. Yes, I think I'm showing the clocks. Oh, I have a challenge. Colombo, I'm gonna accept your challenge after this game. Oh, a Caro-Kann! I can repeat my game from yesterday. No, he plays d5, so I'm not repeating. Colombo, I'm gonna accept your atomic challenge after this Caro-Kann. I'll show you the two nice variation with this game. Drunk Pepe is gonna show you. Oh, he takes, so he transposes into normal regular Caro-Kanns. Wow, Bishop f5. I cannot remember if knight g3 is the best way, but let me defend that one. And if knight f6 that I'm expecting, I'm gonna play d3, I think. Because after knight g3, c2 is hanging. It might be some compensation after d3. I'm not sure. Anyway, knight e4. Oh! Okay, maybe my opponent knows we're on stream and he wants to allow this beautiful finish. Oh. Okay, Colombo, let's play Atomic. Let's play Atomic. Junior S, GG. That was painful. That was painful. 96. Ooh. Oh, it's my turn. Atomic was about. Let me remember. Atomic is where things explode, right? So knight f3 is best. Aha, yeah, now I remember. Sometimes I get confused with variants because I'm lately playing not every variants. I'm just playing. I'm focusing on some because I mean I'm in the top 100 of some variants, so I'm trying to fight for getting there into other in other variants. So I play in specific variants. Anyway, Atomic, it's been a while. So what's A6 about? It prevents 95, but it does not prevent 95. So your idea is that you are fine with this. You are fine with 95? I don't know. I have two interesting threats here. I know I'm playing with just one piece, but what are you going to do? Of course you have to play this move, this pawn somewhere. And I can put it here anyway. I can take rook, knight and bishop. That should be great. Of course. But I can also play 97 and say, maybe take your queen, next move. Let's do it. Okay, that's interesting, because now I would only take queen and bishop instead of queen, bishop and knight, but you can still not take my knight. So what's your threat? Is knight e4 a threat? I don't think so, but anyway, just in case. Is knight e4 a threat? Should I have to play c3? Or after e3, knight here, do I have some queen h5? Queen h5, g6, I don't like that. Okay, let's go c3 then. Let's be quiet, because my queen maybe instead of h5 wants to go to b3. That's also an interesting way to go. Knight h6, that's usual stuff. I usually play g4 against knight h6, so let's do it without thinking. Why would I think when I'm chilling? Oh, so there's two words. There's two words I learned when I started watching streams of chess. I learned what chill means, and I learned what tilt means. Yeah, in some games I go totally from chill to tilt. Let's try not to do it here, but I think you are doing great, Colombo. You're finally developing. Hopefully, fortunately, I still can win your queen, I think. No matter if you try to put it somewhere over there, I still can win it, so I'm not forced to take on c8 yet. But you're more developed than me. I spent so many... No, not there. I spent so many tempi with my knight. So... Huh. I don't know what to do. Let's develop some. So if you take on g4 with either piece, you're going to lose the piece, but you're going to use the other. But I guess I shouldn't be scared. So d3, so if you sacrifice your bishop, I can still take your knight, so I'm not scared of knight g4. Hey, Multiparadigma, what's up? What's up, buddy? Interesting opening, Colombo. A6. we're learning some atomic. I think after the game I will have a look at the engine just to learn some atomic chess opening theory. Do you guys want to play a tournament? A thematic tournament after this? Or something? B5. What's your idea? What is your idea? I need to attack. I need to attack. Okay, I think the a4 is an interesting move. Oh, now I saw your idea. I saw your idea. Yeah, a4 was not precise at all. And I'm regretting my move. I'm really regretting it. Hmm. Guys, cooperate something with me on the chat. Tell me what to do next. Multiparadigma is going to play Bullet, trying to play 20 games so I can join the tournament. Okay. What to do next? Do we do a tournament? Do we do a simul? Do we do... I'm up for everything, for opening requests even. Okay, so I lost the chance to take your queen. That's what I regret. That's what I regret. I need at least 20 rated games. Okay, I understand. So, what am I doing in this game, Colombo? I let your queen leave. Attorney sounds fun, but I don't know if I can play the whole thing. It would be cool to do a position we haven't done yet. Okay, I'm up for that also. You know, I really enjoy your crazy positions. Okay, I'm not sure of this move, but let's do it. Why not? This is not what you can call development, right? My pieces are not so active here. I think I'm playing my worst in this game. But G4 sort of controls your two developed pieces so far. And I opened a diagonal. That should count for something. I opened this diagonal. And I think that can be a bad move. C5, probably a blunder. Yeah, I expected something like queen d7, now that I no longer have knight takes c6. Because now after c5, I'm not sure, after queen check, what are you going to do? 960 tourney, yeah. I also like that. Yeah, 960 tournament sounds fun. Are you losing on the spot after this check? Probably, right? Because I can pre-move queen e8. And, oh, it's check. It happens to be checkmate. I thought, okay, he moves the king and then I take something and win. Yeah, GG, Colombo. So, oh, let me see. Let me see what the engine says about the opening, because I want to learn about this a6 idea. So, okay, f6 best move. E3, I know that. I already know that E3 is best here, but knight e4 is very good as well. So I play knight e4 because E3 is great if you know the lines and the theory, but knight e4 is so straightforward, the idea, knight f5 and knight b5. And yeah, here knight e6 is the only move according to the engine that keeps the game going on. I already know that. I already knew that at some point. So a6, and the best move now is knight f5, which I did. And after e5, which is only move, the best move is knight takes g7, actually. Yeah, knight takes g7 best, plus 6.8. Knight e7, what I did, is plus 5.7, which is also great. And after knight c6, which is the best move, no, knight h6 now. Best move is c3, okay, good. Knight h6, and best move now is g4, okay, good. I got that right. Best move is d5, you got that right. And here now I have to take on c8, yeah. And then I regret, actually it's the only move to keep the advantage, to take the queen immediately, because you are threatening to move the bishop. And I think we both missed that. Because after d3, which is bad, you have to move the bishop, you didn't do it, b5, then I played a4. And then you find, but it was already late because now a takes b is best move, good. And c5 is a blunder, it's checkmate into, yes. So here you had to play, according to the engine, queen d7 was plus 4, which was my idea, queen c4, but best. Now, yeah, volume is back now, I think. Sorry about this, guys. Shouldn't have done that. When I turn the engine on, my CPU is consumed by that, and my streaming software goes crazy. Okay, good now. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna create a tournament. Is it gonna be a variant, or is it gonna be chess 960 or a new starting position. Let me have a look at the starting positions. Is there any funny one? We've done the Bone Cloud a couple of times. We've done the Frankenstein Dracula, I think, once, and the Halloween probably. Is there any other funny one? We've done the Budapest. Any opening suggestions, guys? There's some French defense variations that I don't know about, like the Burn variation. The Stained variation of the Caro-Kann, I'm not sure what that is. Falkbeer counter Gambit against Gambit. Is it possible to do a tourney from position, put king in the middle of the board? I don't think so, because I have this, yeah, the starting position, I have to select it from a closed list, so I cannot, yeah, I cannot do it. Although we have some advanced settings, let me see. No, these are not. These advanced settings are not the ones I need for that. So no, Colombo, sorry, it's not possible. Unfortunately, we, from custom position, we could do a match or a game, but not a tournament. No, we didn't do all of them. It's like, I cannot count, but 3, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, more than 100 of them. I was just looking for the funny ones, but yeah, there's a lot of them. Like every opening you can think about. Like there's a lot of E4 openings. Caro-Kann, Alekhine, French, Italian, King's Gambit, Modern Defense, Birch, Petrov, Ruy Lopez, Scandinavian, Scotch, Sicilian, a lot of Sicilian lines, Vienna game. There's a lot of D4 as well. Benko, Benoni, Black Martin, Gambit, Catalan, Dutch, Grunfeld, King's Indian, Nimzo Indian. Let's do one where the pieces are advanced. The pieces! The pieces. Okay, let's try some D4 then. Let's try some Benoni, or playing without queens could be cool. Then we should try the Pirch. Yeah, the problem with this is all of them are main lines, so I guess we start from move number 3 or something like that. So it's not easy to pick one and say we're not going to have queens, or we're going to have Danish Gambit. Danish Gambit. Remind me, what was the Danish Gambit? Is it f5 against e4? What is... yeah, I see the Danish Gambit. Okay, let's do the Danish Gambit. I think I tried this once, but I can't remember what's the Danish Gambit. Okay, can we do the Danish Gambit? What do you think about that, Colombo? I don't know what the Danish Gambit is. I think we did it once. Okay, let's try it. Why not? Why not? Time control. Sounds good. It does sound familiar. Okay, okay. What time control do you prefer? I will put 2 seconds. of increment. Do you like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes? I think we usually do 5 plus 2. Yeah, the name is very honest. Let's see if it allows me, because sometimes I have problems with my names. Okay, let's do it 5 plus 2, starting in 5 minutes. Let's create it. Okay, it's created. Let me share the link with you. And we have 5 minutes until it starts. So in the meantime, I have time to play a bullet game. Can I play a bullet game? Bullet, please, bullet. Bullet can be like 1 plus 1 is bullet, yes. Okay, e4, best move in this position. My opponent has 3 seconds left to start the game. Ah, I had the time. Okay, 4 minutes left. Let's play a 1 plus 1. Yeah, but that's too easy. 2 plus 0 I don't like. I prefer to have plus 1. Okay, never mind. Let's play this 1200 guy. Colombo says 1400. Why is my rating so high in this tourney? Thought my rapid rating was like 1300. I don't know, guy. You should know that. Oh, this was bullet. This was bullet. Sorry. Let me focus on the game. Let's try not to lose against 1200 guy. Let's play a bit faster. Bishop e3. Defend my pawn. Maybe I can play d4 at once. Yes. If you have a high rating, you should know why. I cannot know it. I cannot know it. Why don't I know what to play in this position? Let's try this sacrifice. I'm sacrificing this pawn for a reason. I still don't know the reason, but I have some ideas related to... Okay, that was easy. That was an easy one. And he resigns. Okay, so 2 minutes left. Probably have time for another game. Yeah. No. Okay, let's not play another game. Let's just wait. What? Just 2 of us? Please join. Valorica, join. Guvenkurt. Please. Guvenkurt, you asked for the Danish Gambit. Now you have to join. Come on. Join, people. $1,454, Colombo. That's your blitz rating over 51 games. Your rapid rating is 1300, but that's... Yeah, 1400 is your blitz rating. Valorica, I'm not so good and I was going to sleep. Okay, the sleep the sleep excuse I understand. The not so good I don't understand, because yeah, we're I'll do a match to get destroyed. Okay. Yeah, it's the blitz, because 5+2 is blitz, Colombo. I think rapid is 8 minutes at least, or 5+3 or something like that, but 5+2 is still blitz. Okay, Valorica, thanks for joining, and you, if you can keep, I mean, if you want to sleep, I understand. But Gubenkurt, please join. You asked for that. Okay, so this is the Danish gambit. Okay, okay, I'll accept it. I'll take the pawn. And now I'm a pawn up. Yay! So let's try to keep it. I'm gonna develop. And Colombo says my blitz is higher than rapid. That doesn't make sense. I do better when I can think longer. Well, maybe that also applies to your opponents, so you never know. Okay, bishop c4. I think I'm gonna keep developing my pieces. When you accept a gambit, you're always in danger to be undeveloped, so I really favor development amongst every other thing. Let's pin this knight. I want to castle, so I was very sure to move that bishop. But bishop e7 felt so passive to me. And now he was prepared to play e5, so bishop e7, e5 would be a little bit annoying. Now after bishop here, e5 was not so dangerous, I think. Oh, queen e2 maybe a little bit slow, so I have time to castle. And I think with queen e2 he lost some of his compensation for the pawn. I have that feeling, maybe I'm wrong. So now I'm gonna try and bail out, and yeah, you are gonna have the bishop pair, but I'm gonna have a pawn, and I'm gonna trade the most pieces I can. Actually, pinning that knight feels right. Yeah, feels very, very, very right, pinning that knight. Yeah, I'm being very, very pragmatical here. I just want to trade everything and, and go into this endgame a pawn up. So you're no longer gonna have the bishop pair, because I'm gonna take on c4. And yeah. I'm a pawn up. Good. Good. Okay, this is a great square, but I don't have follow-up, so maybe I'm just forcing your queen to a better square. So let's try this way, which feels... it coordinates better. It's not so exposed on b6 as opposed to e5. After knight e5 he moves the queen, then f4 might come at some point. Should be great anyway, because I had knight c6. Yeah, probably it was better knight to e5 than knight b6. Anyway, I should be building some pressure against the weaknesses, so let's start. I think my opponent is playing great. I mean, He's a pawn down just because because of the opening, because the Danish gambit is about giving up a pawn, not because he lost any pawns. He's playing very, very well. Okay, let me control some squares and get some luft for the king, and then I will maneuver. Then I will maneuver my knight to interesting squares. Yeah, I also have this idea, and now it might be sensible because, you know, the rook is no longer defending a2, so it makes sense. Well, 97 had a dirty trick in mind, but okay. So queen c4 was my idea, and I think it makes sense. The problem is I'm giving up a pawn, and I don't like to give the pawn back. So what to do instead? Okay, let's defend it, as ugly as it seems. Ooh, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect that at all. Now knight c4 is even more interesting than queen c4. Knight c4 forces rook c2. Okay, I said I wanted the endgame, so let's go for it. I'm gonna just play the endgame. And I have to say that Ballarica has played very well so far. He's only a pawn down, and it's because the opening starts like that. It's not his fault. Ooh, now this is risky. This is risky. It might be good, but it's risky. I'm not sure what to do, but I think this is a good move. Sort of expected that. I know how to calculate. Okay, let's just defend everything. Easy. Keep things easy. What was that? He's giving up a second pawn, and h6 is it's defended a lot. Oh, he's not giving up a second pawn. What am I thinking? Is that no? Let's take here first, and then we'll see. Good move, I think. Let's attack there. Still only a pawn up. Ballarica is doing so well. That's a good move, actually. Oh, what am I trying to remove? Not sure what's my... Oh, I didn't... Yeah, I think that's not a good move. That's the only move that... Yeah, that's bad. Now you're a rook down. Okay, I defend my pawn. You should probably have taken it instead of king f2 anyway. But of course you're a rook down, so... Yeah, that was a miscalculation by you, I guess. And now let's try to convert this. You played so well up to that point. Yeah, but bishop e3 was... Yeah, was bad. Was bad. Yeah, that was very, very bad. You're losing material here. Good game, Veronica. GG. Bishop e3, the blunder. You just move your king, and yeah, you are a pawn down, but it's because of the opening, it's not your fault. We have more games. Very bad under pressure. Yeah. Good game. You played so well up to that point. And I guess someone's playing. Okay, John next is playing against Colombo, and Nathan G. Beam is playing against Guvenkurt. I'm gonna have a look at the game of Colombo. I never managed to get the initiative of the gambit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's the problem with gambits. It's better if you know the theory, because you need to find moves, very, very precise moves to maintain the initiative. Anyway, I think there's a new player in the field, so I probably don't have time to have a look at Colombo's game, but let's have a look. So Colombo has an active king, but yeah, white should be winning here. A piece and a pawn up, but Colombo is up on time, and I'm getting paired with the new player, so let's go for that. I'm black again, so let me grab the pawn. It's a free pawn, come on. So should I play knight c6 again? Yeah, let's do it. Let's repeat the opening. I'm not sure if this is the best move order, but I'm sort of trying to control some squares in the center. Probably I should try to castle instead of going knight c6. Yeah, maybe bishop e4 is more precise, but now he prevents bishop e4, so let's bring the other knight out. And my bishop cannot go to b4, so let's put it here, I think. This is a little bit passive, as in the previous game, so let's put it here. And now after knight f3, he has the e5 idea. So I should probably play d6. And I think I don't mind giving up the bishop pair with some stuff like knight f4, because I'm a pawn up. I cannot ask for everything out of the opening. I won't ask for a pawn and the bishop pair, unless gifted it. Knight to e2? What? What is that? Okay, I don't understand it. He's not fighting for the e5 square. That's very weird. That's very weird. So I want a square for the bishop. just in case, because I want to play d6. So yeah, I understand he wants this, but I'm not sure. Let's put the knight here first. That cannot be bad. And now we'll play d6, and if f4, I have knight g4. So he can try h3 first, then knight c4, b3, something like that. I cannot calculate. What? That's weird. That's weird. So what about this, for example? What's your idea? Probably with the other knight was more precise. Why am I playing so fast? The knight was also on e5. Why would... yeah. Anyway, I have threat. I have one threat. Not very hard to stop, but I'm winning some time in the clock, I guess. Yeah, with the other knight was so great, because then I would have queen h4. Yeah, it was very stupid to play knight e to g4. So let's win this tempo, and then I might get the other knight there. Okay, he repeats. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I like it. Now he no longer has queen f3 because this knight is here, and now I have this idea. So yeah, queen d1 was so helpful for me, I think. So helpful. Okay, is queen h4 winning? Let's try. Queen h4, I think it's very, very good move. I think it's, you know, it's annoying. It's really, really annoying. Because he has he doesn't have a lot of options to defend against the mate. Actually, that was a blunder. I expected h3, and my idea was queen takes g3, and after pawn takes, knight takes. I think he has to sacrifice material to survive. Anyway, GG, IQ Farokh. I'm sorry you missed the checkmate in one. Okay, so Guvenkurt is not paired, so I guess I'm playing him now. Valerica probably out of the tournament. John next. No one's playing? Is no one playing? Colombo is also away. So no games. Right now, no games. Guvenkurt is away as well. Shit. I see Jiu-Jitsu Yogi is streaming, and Lance is playing. It's not a stream, not necessarily streaming. And Jiu-Jitsu, ooh, what did I do? And Jiu-Jitsu Yogi, I'm not sure. Hey Guvenkurt, you are also a software developer. We're a lot of. An extension for Lichess? Extension for what? For bullet games, it's very helpful. If you want, you can try. Ah, an extension on a Chrome extension. Okay, I'll have a look at that. shows fireworks when you checkmate. That's the best part. I think that's the best part. I mean, sound for the countdown is okay, but fireworks when you checkmate, that's nice. I'll have I'll give it a try. Why am I black in every game? I want to play the white side for one game. Anyway, have a good game, Guvenkurt. I'm gonna berserk this one just to see. Because now I already have a taste on the opening, so I more or less know how to play it. Or not, as shown by this. Let's see. Let's see if I... Okay, let's see if I don't lose a piece immediately. Oh, shoot. What piece to lose? This is unfortunate. No, not unfortunate. I really went into it. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. What was that? What was that check? I don't get it. What was that check? Okay, I don't mind giving up a lot of pawns just to castle. What? I didn't expect you not to take on a7. Okay. What did I do? What was that? What was this move about? Oh man. Oh man. Oh my rook. Oh my queen. I'm too drunk for this. Definitely. I'm definitely too drunk for this. Oh. Should I resign? Probably. Oh, he didn't find the best move. I'm losing anyway. I don't have a move. Yeah, I can resign. GG. GG, Guvenkurt. I totally threw the game. want the white side of this for once. Please, please, Lichess, give me the white side. GG, Guvenkurt, you totally crushed me. Well, I totally gave all of my pieces away. That's also true. I think Colombo is not here anymore. And I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll pause this and I'll be back in a minute. Is this? Okay, I'll be right back.
You've been telling me about your life. Yes, I wanna know what you can hide. All I can do, it's nothing but sin the blues. I reconsider, baby, what's really me for you? Yes, I want you, that's right, you so good. By your walk and talk, none of you are lying. So long, won't you get off my side? Don't be, baby, no more you lie. Day after day, I try so hard, but all remains the same. I want you know, I want you now, right now, don't squeeze my mind, show what you can hide. I want you, that's why you so good, but you walk and talk, I know you are lying. So long, won't you get off my side? Don't be, baby, no more you lie.
And I'm back. Yes, let's join my own tournament. Guvenkurt is not paired. Valorica is not paired. Vico Fargo is not paired. Pololo not paired. No one's playing. What is happening, Lichess? Why don't you get games? Okay. Okay, I'm playing Zida, and it's his turn. And finally I get to play the white side of the gambit. Yay! That's it. Oh, but he doesn't accept. He does not accept the gambit, so I'm gonna keep my pawn. Okay. Okay. What? Why did he resign? What was that? Seeds? What was that? No way. And Guvenkurt is playing against Harshu 27. And I guess I'm not getting paired like in 10 seconds. So I'm gonna grab another drink. Yeah. And by drink, I mean beer. Okay, I'll have a look at the game of Guvenkurt while I'm not getting paired in my own game. Guvenkurt totally destroyed me. So he's a good candidate to... Oh! So he already won. It's a candidate to win this tournament. So he played black in this game, and d5 instead of taking on c3. This is probably theoretical. And queen b4 check, and his opponent resigned for a reason that is beyond me. I mean, I understand he's 2 pawns down, but... Yeah, Guvenkurt, my opponent did the same. What is happening here? My opponent resigned. I mean, your opponent at least was down on material, like you were 2 pawns up, but my opponent didn't accept the gambit because I was white. So we were in a totally equal position, and okay, let's play again, Guven. So you play d5 in your game. I'm gonna copy you. I'm gonna assume you know the theory of this because I don't. And I'm gonna play against the isolated pawn now, right? Is that what this opening is about? Oh, you have an idea. But I think I can do that. I'm not scared of... Or maybe I should. Okay, so you let me castle. That's good. I have to take now. Check. Let's put this here, can I? Yeah, maybe I'm moving my queen a lot. But I have a purpose. Yeah, I sort of expected that, and I thought this was fine, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's do it though. I think it's fine. I think it's really fine. I mean, you know, it's hard now for white, right? Okay, I got this, I got this game. What is your threat? Ah, yes. Okay, let's bring the queen over here. Now, next step is to develop the rest of the army and not to lose on time, not to lose on tricks. You know, not to lose. Okay, let's bring the knight out. Let's check you somewhere. Let's check you here. I could go back to b5, but let's take a pawn. Free pawn. I like free pawns. And I have an idea now. What is your threat? I don't see it. I don't see your idea, so let's threaten e2. Okay, man, that cannot work. That cannot work. Check. Check. Checkmate. GG Guvenkurt. Guvenkurt 1, Drunk Pepe 1. I played with black the 2 games. Oh, I yeah, GG. D5. I liked it. Thank you. I discovered it from your previous game. I didn't know D5 was a move there. And who else is playing? Valorica is not playing. Pololo is not playing. No one's playing this tournament. No games. Come on, Liches. Give us games. Chess Network is playing. And Lance and Lawrence Trent are connected, but they're not playing. Okay. Guvencourt not playing, Valerica not playing, Ikafarok not playing, Pololo not playing, nothing. Liches, what are you doing? Give us some pairings. So the Danish gambit is e4, e5, d4, d takes e4, c3. That's what the Danish gambit is. Everybody posted? No, I didn't. You didn't. Valerica didn't, I think. Ikufaruk and Natajivim, yeah, they are not connected. Okay. Oh, darn. So I guess you can transpose very easily into the Scotch gambit from the Danish gambit, right? e4, e5, d4 takes c3. If I play... Yeah, but bishop c5 doesn't make sense. I'm from Santiago de Compostela. That's my city. Santiago de Compostela in Galicia. In the northwest of Spain. Where are you? Where are you from? No pairings. Come on. This is not good. Not good. This is not fun. You're currently in Budapest. Oh, nice. Never been there, but I really want to. Ah, but you are from Istanbul. Nice. Didn't go there either. Yet. Yet is the word. $7 years. So do you speak Hungarian fluently? I know a guy who lives in Hungary. Going to Japan from time to time. That's nice. Not much. I've been I've been... What was I going to say? Yes, I've been living most of my life in a town 100 kilometers from here, Ourense. And there's one guy, this guy from Ourense, who is currently number 2 or 3 in Spain, chess player, strong chess player, Grandmaster Ivan Salgado. And yeah, we're all very proud of him. And he lives in Hungary, I think. He's... Oh no, he lives in Bulgaria. Yeah, he lives in Bulgaria, definitely. Yeah, I was wrong with that. Okay, it seems like this tournament is not going to have more pairings for some reason. So I think I'm going to... Hungary is a big country for chess. Yeah, is it true that you have in Budapest, you have this... let me translate this. How's it called in English? Let me see what Google Translator says. Hot springs? Is that a name? Hot spring? Sauna? You know, these places where you have hot water and you can play chess there. Judith Polgar, best woman player of all time from Budapest. Yeah, I think... well, I like Richard Rapport from Hungary. I really love his style of play. But yeah, of course, I also like the Polgar sisters. I think I'm gonna play a game instead of waiting for never being paired. Three check. Let's play a 3-check game. I hope I'm not getting paired in the tournament now. E6. Okay, let's develop. Budapest men playing chess in the... Yeah, that's what I meant. Let me show. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, that's a threat of another check. So the tournament is 1 minute left. I hope I don't get paired in the last minute. Okay, so now it's my turn to try to give some checks. Let's develop. I'm playing against Lucas Taborda. Lucas Taborda is the name of a Galician, well, at least a Spanish football player. I guess it's not him. You've been playing chess for 12 months now. At that time it was like 7-8 months. So you started playing chess 12 months ago? Really? Okay, so he has the idea to check me, maybe? I'm not sure. Well, he has two checks here, so I cannot avoid it. Okay, if you want to give your queen up. Oh, the problem is he has two checks if I do this. Okay, so let's be careful with that. Let's be careful. Okay, you play really well. You play really well to be playing for such a short time. So now if I go here and he takes with the knight, I can take with the knight, and okay. There's no more checks. Okay, so let's take that. And now I guess I'll put the queen somewhere. Let's put it here, and I bring the rook. And okay, tournament is over. Well done, Guven. You won the tournament. I was second, tied with you in points. But now let me focus on this game because I'm realizing it has no increment, so I gotta play fast now. He has one check there if he wants. And he did it! Whoa! So I gotta be careful, he has two checks already. But yeah, my position is huge. I probably have three checks in a row very easily. Let me see. Let me try this. That's threatening one check. I have plenty of time. Whoa, didn't expect that. Let's go there. Probably not the best. Huh. Take. How many checks do I have now? A lot of them. Probably even mate. Yeah, now I have my three checks, definitely. Check. And I can do check on a8, check back on a7, but I also can go for the checkmate. And he resigns. Okay. Okay. So I should probably go to bed because it's 3:42 a.m. here, but I still have some beer, so I can do some more games or some tournament, or Simul may be too long. Some tactics as well. Who's streaming? Who is streaming? How can I see who's streaming? Okay, streamers. Let's see who's streaming. Maybe I can play someone. Only Eric Rosen and me are streaming. Okay. Then I can challenge him. Maybe he's too strong for me. Okay. So yeah, he's playing. Yeah, I really would love to challenge him, but yeah, being drunk maybe not the best idea. Huh. He's actually crushing this guy. 8.5 to have. Yeah, and he's playing 3 plus 2 casual. Okay, casual is good because I'm gonna lose, but yeah, I could challenge him. I don't know. Maybe I'm too drunk for this type of challenge. Let's try some other here. Let's try some strong guy. Just to test myself in a maybe not so hard game. Okay, so we play Alekhine. And I'm playing against Svetin Milat. He's a strong guy. He's 2182 and he's 2249 in rapid. H3, that's probably a good move. We're sort of transposing into main Alekhine G6 lines. And if he doesn't take on D6, I think I'm gonna go C5. It's type of... okay, not now. So I have to take if I want to play knight c6, and I won't. I'm waiting to see if he puts the knight there or moves this pawn. Yeah, that's kind of an important question in this opening. I think now probably most precise for him is to move the pawn instead of the knight, but you know, to take advantage of the fact that I can no longer move this because of my knight. But I'm too drunk. Yeah. What to do here? I need to trade pieces. Can I do a very silly, stupid idea here? I never did that in the Alekhine. I'm just coming up with something new, which is probably a bad idea because I'm too drunk. Okay, I guess I can force the trade because there's a rook behind the bishop. So the trade was forced, and can I take this pawn? Can I take it? Oh, that's some distance. Yeah, that's some distance, that's true. Ah, so he regains the pawn like that. Okay. Okay. Wow, bishop c1. Wow. That was unexpected. What's the bishop doing in that diagonal? Ah, defending b2. Oh, he was scared of rook b2 and taking on b2. I understand. I understand. This guy sees small than me. He sees small than me. So if I go here and takes, he goes rook d1, and then I have some issues. So let me just defend the knight and take it from there. I'm expecting something like this. Okay, they're also possible, of course. And now I need to do something. Where's his queen going? My idea is to trade on e5, which has to be a terrible idea. Yeah, so he lives in Hungary. How do you say that? Hungary. It's like hungry, like when you are hungry, right? So he lives in Hungary, and from time to time he goes to Japan to meet his girlfriend. I'm gonna take that. I mean, I won't even calculate. Where's the queen going? Okay, that's probably a bad move. Hungry, okay. When I have to meet my girlfriend, I have to walk for 5 minutes. So yeah, that's a bit of a difference, I would say. So I had a point in going a5. I can't. Oh, okay. The point was to play rook a b8 and not lose the a7 pawn. So now I totally missed my own point. Okay, so let's try to justify this by going a4 or rook a6. Let's do rook a6 first. And I gotta play fast now, I guess. He wants to go here and not lose the b2 pawn. That was good. Yeah, let's do some stupid move, something that doesn't do anything. Okay. Whoa, let's defend. Time is definitely a factor now. Let's see if I can focus on this one. 95 is a move, right? I have to take it. I have to take it? Well, I'm not forced. Let's play this first. And then we'll see. Now I can do this. Ooh, he's playing with fire, but knight c5 I missed. Okay. Let's try. Let's try. Let's go. Let's go. I won on time. Still, I think I'm in good position now, but 96 is going to be a problem at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure. My follow-up was bishop e5. Anyway, GG Svetin Milad. Svetin Milad, good opponent there. Yeah, I was considering to challenge Eric Rosen. So Columbus says, I'm always curious on long distance. Used to have a girlfriend in DC and I'm in Detroit. Detroit. Other countries, though, interesting. Time running out. Yeah. 500 miles, 1.5 hour plane ride. 1.5 hour. I thought it was more than that. Yeah, driving 11 hours. Yeah, okay. Because Detroit is in Michigan, right? Yeah. Yeah, so other countries, yeah, sometimes, in the US, sometimes you have longer distances than we have between countries. But yeah, between Hungary and Japan, I guess it's like 10 hours by plane, something like that. So we have here King of the Hill game. Let's do it. So, okay, the goal of this game is to get the king to the center. 10 hours playing, well, that's my calculation because it's like 8 hours from Finland. So, yeah, for example, from here, from Spain to Japan, I think it would be like more than 12 hours, I think. Okay, so I have the center. I have control over the center. King of the hill, yes. Actually, I'm. This is one of the variants where I'm fighting to enter the top 100. Let's have a fast look at my profile. Let me do full width here. So I'm okay. Classical top 50, Racing Kings top 100, Rapid top 100, and 3 Czech top 100. And King of the Hill, I mean 143. So I'm fighting to increase my rating here and get to the top. So let's go back to the game. And yeah, this is one of the variants where I hope to get to the top at some point. It took 9 to 10 hours to go from UK to US, but US to Amsterdam was only 6. Yes, because it takes more time to go to the US than to get back from the US. And at first I thought it was, from because of the movement of the earth, but it has nothing to do with that. It's because of the wind, because of the wind and the direction of the wind over the ocean. Yeah, I know for a fact that it's longer to go to the US than to get back. I went to the US once and I verified it myself. Jet stream or just normal wind from the earth moving? I don't know what's the name in English, but let's say normal wind. It's like normal known winds that they are there always. What am I doing here? I don't know. Okay, let's try to do nothing on the position. Let's do nothing. Let's just keep the position like that. I have the center. I have the center. Let me search Google for, okay, let me force him to take on e3 and let's search flag time, US, Europe. I don't know how to look for this. The surprising reason why it's not faster to fly west. Does the rotation of the Earth affect the travel time from Europe when going from USA to Australia? Why do flights take such? Okay, let's pick one of them. And what happened here? Okay, he took on e3 and played c5. Why can't I take this? Oh, because the pawn was on c6. Okay, I get that. So I have a challenge from El Puto Amo. Okay, I accept that after this. And yeah, let's try not to lose this on time. Oh, this is so closed. Have you ever flown from New York to LA? Flying west takes longer. As the Earth spins towards the east, it's also pulling everything on Earth. Plane travel times do often differ depending. Here's the major jet streams over North America. So it has to do with that. Okay. Less than a minute here, so let's try to play fast. 92, A4, A5 is my plan. And then the knight can go to F5 at some point. Knight G3, Knight H4, some knight sneaks into F5. Let's remember this is king of the hill, so should be thinking about the center anyway. Rook A2 also interesting. Okay, so El Puto Amo, if you are watching the stream, I'm gonna accept your challenge right after this game. It's weird because you'd think it's faster moving against the turn of the earth since you're meeting your target from both ways coming at you. Yeah, the thing is they're not coming at you because we're spinning with the earth, so we're actually not statically quiet. Okay, if he blocks with A5, then I do have a problem. Yeah, now I have a problem. Now we can only play on the king side, as long as I don't sacrifice on the queen side. So let's bring the rooks to the F5. That's the only thing I have in return for my double pawns. I have the F file, so let's bring everything there. And what to do now? If I play G4, that's too risky, right? Maybe I can sneak there anyway. This is still king of the hill, so I might have some sacrifices on. Yeah, okay, let's try this. I don't want to allow any E4 ideas. You know, if I take with the pawn, then he has E4 and some stuff like that. Okay, almost there, almost taking F6. I want to go closer to my goal. But first, let's try to put a threat here. Okay, more threats. Oopsie, check. He missed that one. You know, time travel. Oh, he blundered the queen. Nice. Check. 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 I'm going for the mate. I don't want to take your rook. GG, Jam Junkie. Okay, let's accept the challenge from El Puto Amo. El Puto Amo has a meaning in Spanish, but I think I'm not going to to translate it for you. I think it's not family friendly. Okay, so I want to play Isolani here. So please take my... What? Okay, I'm gonna take the pawn. It's a free pawn. I don't mind the castling. I will play without castle. No problem at all. Let me trade stuff. I can't go here because of bishop f5. That's a problem. Can I go here or here? I think here is safer. I love. Okay, it's not so gross like that, but still, it's not family friendly. Let's say it means something like the fucking master. That's close to it. Yeah, maybe fucking is close to the meaning of puto, but not entirely. Okay, so how many pawns am I up? Just one? I don't like that. Just one? No, I don't like that. Okay, as long as I'm not getting checkmated, I should be fine. Now, if I get checkmated, I'm not fine. So I guess he's watching the stream because of his comments on the chat. So okay, I'm a pawn up, but my position is not the safest. Well, still I have a very easy plan now. I would love to do that. Let's start just to see what does he do. If he goes here, then he's gonna be passive, and I like that. No, of course he's not going passive. Let's try to hold that, and yeah, now this is too dangerous for him. Way too dangerous. Let's go there. That cannot hurt. Oopsie. Yeah, and he resigns and offers the rematch. Let's accept it. Why not? The sex machine. Okay, that's a good, yeah, probably good translation. Although, yeah, he didn't mean sex necessarily. Okay, I already hate my position. What did I do? Why did I play the opening without thinking? Now I'm lacking space, and wow, bishop h2 so soon? I've seen one game, one Ivanchuk versus Caruana that ended in a back rank mate because of the bishop on h2. That I was impressed with that game. Anyway, I'm not close to that. What to do here? Yeah, I'm lacking space. I don't know what to do. Yes, I'm Spanish, and I'm answering him in the Lichess chat. Yes, I'm Spanish. I'm from Spain. And I guess he's from Argentina or Uruguay. What am I doing here? So if I go here, yeah, Argentina. When in lack of moves, promote a pawn. Okay, Colombo. I have my more advanced pawns are on the third rank. It's not easy. Okay, let's play e5. Whatever. Let's see what happens. Oh, he took. Okay. Okay. Knight there. I didn't expect that one. I have to admit that I didn't expect that one. Time again. Time. Oh, this doesn't have increment. Okay. No increment here. I'm gonna do some time. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna do some time. This one. And yeah. Oof. Oof. I don't like this position at all. Okay. I'm gonna lose some time. I'm gonna lose some time. What am I gonna do? Whoa! What was that? What was that? A full rook. What? A full rook. A full rook. And I had mate next move. I know he can take en passant. What am I thinking? Woof. Okay, thank you for the games. He says, El nick, the nick is for the house of paper? No, I don't know what does he mean. Whoa, that was too close for me. That was too close. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I need to go to bed, but I think I'm going to play some variant chess before 1 or 2 games of any variants, so anything but standard chess. So I have a chess 960. Okay, one chess 960 is okay. So bishop on g1, that's the worst. So I'm gonna play f4 and g3. Okay, so he goes for the h6 approach. It's a slow but safe one. It's a better structure than mine. Because I want to castle short, basically. And now I need to bring stuff out. Did you meet your girlfriend because she's close, or was it coincidence you found she lived close later on? Well, not exactly coincidence, but no, I didn't meet her because she's close. I actually moved here after I met her. And I have a challenge from Cheap. Okay. Okay, Cheap. If you are watching the stream, please challenge me to a variant because I have time for one more game and I would prefer it to be a variant chess. Anyone, even chess 960. But I prefer that over standard. I beg you. And if you are not watching the stream, then I will accept the challenge anyway, because I'm like that. Okay, bishop g2 I didn't like. I think knight e2 was better because I really need to develop. But now he's putting a lot of pressure on e4, so I need to take a decision. And e5, knight f5, I don't like it. Queen c2, I think I don't like it. So I'm gonna take. Oh, I don't like it. Bishop c5 maybe? Or bishop f2 and rook e1. Yeah, bishop f2 and rook e1 feels safer. Hey, Fisher boy. Okay, I have a challenge from Cheap, Standard, and Colombo Chess 960. I'm gonna accept. Any variant. So I'm gonna go here because I want to play 92. Wow, he's bringing a lot of stuff. Okay, let's trade everything. So Fisher Boy is challenging me to 1+0. Okay, maybe I can try. I have the rule not to play bullet on the stream because I'm probably going to lose on time because of the lag. But I can try it. I can try it. I can break the rules. What is this guy doing? Let's play f5. Okay, my beer is over, guys, so I'm gonna play the last games. I warn you. Actually, why to take... Ah, yes. There's a reason to take the rook. What? Bishop g6? Seriously? Is that a move? Come on. Your king is so exposed. Excuses. Yeah, excuses. I'm gonna accept your challenge. No problem with that. It's actually the fastest time control of the remaining challenges, so it's good. Maybe he has this idea. Huh. What? No, maybe he doesn't have that idea. Sneaky. I guess taking here is good. Instead of, yeah. And this would be interesting, but rook is check, so let's grab the queen first. My FIDE rating is 2050. And I'm getting up now, so 25. I don't know. Over the next month I will be 25, sorry, 25, 270 or something like that. Okay, Fisher boy, let's go. Are you ready? I'm going to accept your challenge right now. Let's play 1+0, no increment. It's gonna be fast. Oh, I already blundered, but you didn't see. You play pre-moves like me. Okay, I like it. So your bishop is now not the best shape. Okay. 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 Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I need to go for this because, as I mentioned, oh, oh, okay, Fisher boy, GG. I didn't expect to checkmate you, but okay. So let me accept now. Okay, cheap is challenging me now to 3+0. I said I prefer variants. So let me first play Colombo, who challenged me to chess 960, and then cheap. If you're watching the stream, please challenge me to a variant. And okay, if not, I'm gonna accept your challenge next, and it's gonna be the last, I hope, because I have to go to bed. It's 4:20 a.m. here. Okay, I'm gonna copy you, Colombo. That was a bit of a blunder, Fisher boy. I'll take that, Colombo. I'm a fan of the bishop pair. Yeah, I am. I'm not bad at bullet. I play a lot of bullet, but I have the rule not to play it on the stream because I lose my rating, because I lose a lot on time, because when I'm streaming my computer is like sloppy, and I think I'm decent in bullet compared to other time controls, but when I'm streaming I have some more lag. 4:20, yes, 4:20 exactly, and tomorrow I have to work, so okay, so cheap is challenging me to crazy house. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Colombo, you're asking for trouble there. So I'm gonna do the obvious move, a5, g6, bishop h6, bishop g7, bullet dirt. Yeah. Knight f3, okay. Let's go back. 7 minutes is a lot. Oh yes, this is 7 minutes. 7+2. Yeah, it's a lot. Yes, true that. True that. But I'm going to play fast as I'm playing. I'm gonna castle. And okay, guys, after this game, I'm gonna accept. Whoa, what was that? Well, after this game, I'm gonna accept Cheap's challenge to Crazy House, and that's gonna be the end of the stream. That's gonna be my last game. So I can take this, right? C4. No more beer. Still a little. Oh, feels like winning. Check. Let's trade and oh, good one. I didn't expect that. I expected rook a1, but oops, that's no good. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I wanted to go here, so let's do it. Check. Why didn't I take the knight? I don't know, maybe I wanted to trick him more. How many ways to win here? Or could I just take on c4? Probably, but okay, this is better. Or huh? GG Colombo. GG. Let's accept cheap now. And thank you, Chief, for the game. Oh, it's rated. This is going to be the last game of the stream. And, you know, I'm not very good at Crazy House. So, okay, let me grab space. I think space is good in Crazy House. Let me castle. No increment here, so I'm gonna be careful. Let's go here just in case he decides to castle long. And where is this knight going? What am I doing? Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's put it here. No specific reason. Let's bring the bishop somewhere. And ping. The bishop wasn't doing anything there. Oh, feels a little bit risky that. Whoa. Wait. Wait, baby. Okay, I will explain that to you after the game, Colombo. Okay, I like this position. I really like it. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's sacrifice. You know, Crazy House is about sacrifices, right? Ah, no good. No good. I'm playing with fire here. I understand that I'm playing with fire. But of course I have a threat. Actually, I'm not forced to. Okay, do we repeat? This is the best draw ever. Best draw ever, Chip. I like it. Thank you for the game. Thank you for the game. I really want to go to bed. Yeah, just in case he castles long, what I meant by that is, yeah, you know, he played b6, bishop b7, queen d7, so I thought, okay, he might castle long, and the idea of a4 is that I'm, you know, bringing stuff to the queen side, so I'm winning some tempi, because let's say I go normal and he castles long, then if I want to launch an attack, I still have to play a4. So it's just to win some tempi, it's like that. Okay, in regular chess might have some more sense than in Crazy House, but still this brings me the chance to go a5 if he castles long and start, you know, breaking stuff on the queen side. It was just that. Thank you, Chip, for the game. I think I've never... Best draw ever, yeah. You know, it's a threefold repetition that you can only get in Crazy House. So I think it was fun. It was funny to have that kind of repetition. Wouldn't you want b4? Since it, yeah, at some point, yeah, true. Go back. Oh, I went all the way back. So when I played a4, yeah, I would play b4 at some point if he castles long. But if he does not castle long, this is interesting, because I think it's a pattern I have in my mind, but I don't have a good explanation for it. When you play something just in case, so to speak, you go for a safer approach. I think when you advance pawns, you always generate weaknesses. So when you advance pawns, just in case your opponent does something, like a4, just in case he castles, you better play a4 than b4. I think b4 is weaker. It's a target, as Chip is saying, because he already has some sacrifices there, and also it's weakening the center somehow, the c3 pawn that is supporting the center. But the rook pawns, sometimes you push them maybe a little bit carelessly, but yeah, for example in blitz, in regular chess, I mean, in standard chess, not Crazy House, just in standard chess, I play a lot of, you know, pushes with the h and a pawns, just in case my opponent castles there, because whenever he castles, if I want to launch an attack, I will always have to play that pawn. But if he does not castle there, okay, then a4 is not so bad news as having played b4 in general. But yeah, that's kind of a pattern I have in my mind that might be wrong in some cases. Anyway, almost 4 hours of stream, so also too late in here and I have to sleep. So thank you all of you for being there. Thank you my new followers Valerica and Jason Pierce Sweeney, and thank you Colombo and everyone. Cheap, thank you for the game. Thank you everyone for being there. See you on Tuesday, I think, with Quartillo. I think I'm gonna be streaming more next days. I'm thinking about having a daily training or something like that, but okay, just some ideas I have in my mind. Anyway, if not before, I'll see you on Tuesday, and yeah, thanks for for the games in the journey, and so see you and have a good night too.